Hey guys, so this is the most requested tutorial idea that I've had so far, and I was a bit skeptical about doing it because it's something that I've never actually done before myself. I went through like 2 sets of parade shoes and I never had to do this, but I can understand why. So this is how to strip the polish off your shoes and basically start again. So this can happen, say if you get a massive scratch in it, it's just not going to come out, and every time you polish over it, it just looks awful. Or if the polish you've already got on there starts flaking, obviously it's not what you want in your parade shoes. So I'm going to experiment a little bit, have a go and see if I can actually strip them off. Apparently it's really easy. I've spoken to cadets who have done it, so it's definitely something to consider rather than buying a new pair of shoes or trying to wreck your shoes with harsh chemicals or something like that. I have heard some people say that you can do it with nail polish remover. I really don't want to try that because I've heard that the acetone in nail polish remover does dry out the leather underneath. So if your leather's dried out and wrinkly underneath what you're putting your polish on, it's just not going to look good on the outside. So I'm just going to try and do this using a normal shoe brush. Let's see how it goes. So these are my old pair of parade shoes that I'm going to be working with. This really isn't coming out very good. Well, take my word for it, they look terrible. The reason I replaced them wasn't because the polish was cracked or anything, it's because I wore them to death. I don't know if this has happened to any of you guys, but like the sole starts coming up and it was just messy. But I did like them. It's always sad when this happens. Had I been wearing them for much longer, I would have needed to try this polish stripping method anyway. So I've got my polishing kit here. I've got everything in here. Shoelaces, toothbrush, a couple of sets of brushes, and then all of this stuff. Shoe whitener apparently. Cool. So I've got all that ready. I've got put some newspaper down just because I don't want to get stuff all over the floor because I'm guessing a lot of this polish is going to come off. There you go, you can see it's like totally cracked and smudged at the front there. Got some quite big cracks in it. It's really bad I let it get this bad. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take my laces out. You can always put them back in, and they're probably just going to get in the way there. There we go, hang on to that for later. I'm just going to throw it on the floor. So I'm going to start off with my black brush. So you always have two shoe polishing brushes. The kind of greyish whitish one, that's a lot softer. So I don't want to be using that on the shoe because I really want to cut down and get to it. So this one's a bit firmer, so I'm going to be using this and just see how it goes. There's already like a ton of polish has come off onto this lady's face here. That's all just dried flaky polish that's just literally just coming off. And you can see my shoe's gone a lot duller. That means the top layer of polish has come off. Which is good, that's what we want. Yeah, I totally just moved the camera because I kept knocking it over because I was having it as like my first person view. But I was breathing down the back of it and knocking it over and stuff. So I'll do it sideways. Hopefully you can still kind of see what I'm doing. Well, the cracks are gone. It looks really boring now and dull, but it's looking better already. So I'm quite happy with that. Those, like that weird mark I had here, that's all kind of smoothed out now. It is a lot more smooth. It looks kind of gross because it's just super dull and I am getting down to the leather there. So once you're satisfied you've got rid of your cracks, then you can start building it up again, because obviously we still want it to be super parade style shiny like this one here, and at the moment it's really dull. I'm going to use my brush again, get a bit of polish on the end of it. I'm still using upside down kiwi shoe polish because I just find it's the best. Do not use your brush in the one that you're going to bull from though, because you'll just make a mess. This is probably the only time that I would be using a shoe polishing brush on my parade shoe, and that's just to give me a little bit of polish on the shoe now to work with for when I bull it. So put your polish back on the toe cap. It should go even duller like so. So make sure you make a nice smooth even surface. I'm not pressing down as hard as I want to take it off. Just kind of rub that in, make sure you're covering the whole toe cap. Lovely and dull there. And then this is when I'm wanting my softer white brush here. And this one just takes it off again. So gently go back over that bit you've just put on. And it should liven it up again a little bit. Obviously it will take a lot of work to get it back to the standard that it was. So I'm just going to do that a couple more times. So I've just done the brushing the polish on method once more and then just water bulled them to make them kind of even. They already look so much better. I don't know if you can tell, but the scratches have gone. So they look quite good. So now I'm going to go on to actually bulling them. Using a different kiwi, because you don't want to get brush marks in the one that you polish, in the one you bull with, sorry. I've got a teeny bit of lukewarm water here and some cotton wool buds. Wet your cotton wool bud, wring it out. And you're getting a tiny bit of polish on this wet cotton wool bud. Like that. You do not need a lot for this to come out fine. Start working it in, you make it dull again, which is always really sad. All of your effort and it just looks dull while you're doing it, but promise it will look better in a moment. Basically, just keep working the polish in until it gets shiny. Sounds kind of vague and unspecific, but it will happen. So it's nice and dull at the moment, just with these teeny tiny little circles, just keep going over it, like so. Nice and gentle. It will take you a while if you just work on it a little bit every day. It might take you a while to get it back to the standard that it was before, but at least this time you'll have no cracks. Just put a little bit more polish on my thing. And there we have it. I just took them away because I find them easier to bull in my lap. But do that a couple more times, bull them up, and they'll be looking better and shinier than ever. Don't forget to put your laces back in, and you're all good to go. Hope that helps. Bye!